All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Raha Kakadash, double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, Shalom to you Akim and Aqua, also you children that believe on this word. Shalom to the speckled bird that's scattered around the four corners of the globe. This is your brother Kalakar coming back at you with another video. Also, shout out to you brothers that's doing the work day in and day out. Shalom to you. This will just be a quick video. New heaven, new earth. It's for the Israelites. I'm going to start here in Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. One generation passeth, another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So we know just because we're in the end times that the earth is not going to go away. The new heaven and the new earth is coming, which is for the Israelites. If we go to Isaiah 65 and 17, Isaiah 65:17, for behold, I create new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. So this former heaven, and because when you go into that word new, it means refreshed. In the Greek, kainos means refresh. So I create refresh heavens and a refresh earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. So Esau's kingdom is going down. We're in the end of Esau's kingdom as we speak. Is dwindling each and every day. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follow. So Jacob is the beginning that follow. Jacob's name got changed to Israel. Genesis the 32nd chapter. Genesis 32 and 27. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called Jacob no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince thou hast thou power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. And that's when the name got changed to he is Prince of Power. And that's what an Israelite means. He and she is Prince of Power. So the kingdom of heaven is for you Israelites. It's not for the whole. First and foremost, is for you, for the elect of the nation of Israel, the first go around, that first resurrection that's going to reign with Yahweh Shah for 1,000 years. Revelation 21 and 1, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, that's the elect, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adored for her husband. And you know the Lord is our husband, and we are the bride. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and their God. So the if I could jump down to 12, so the kingdom of heaven is for the elect, but it's all for all Israel, because Salakia. I'm going to read 12 first. And I had a great wall, and it had a great wall, great and high, and had a great and high, Salakia, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and the 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. So we know in the kingdom of heaven, it'll have 12 gates, and those 12 gates are going to be for the children of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the Lord's people. You are the treasure of the Lord. And the Lord, this kingdom, this new heaven and new earth is for you Israelites. If we go to, not only that, Israel, all of Israel will be saved in the end. Isaiah 45 and 17, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. So Israel, that means all the 12 tribes will be saved with an everlasting salvation. You should not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. For thus the Lord that created the heavens, God himself formed the earth and made it, and he established it, and he created it not in vain, and he formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. and there is none else. I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I have I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, Yahweh by Shema shall speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. Assemble yourselves and come draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge that set up the wood of their graven image and pray unto a God that cannot save. So the kingdom of heaven, like I said, the Lord is going to restore us. He's going to bring us back in our land. He's going to give us back the Holy Land, and it's never going to be to a people again. If we go to Ezekiel 36, start at 5. Therefore, thus say the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. This is the Edomites. Remember, Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning that followed. Which have appointed my land into their possessions with joy of all their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out as prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus say the Lord God, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy, and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore thus say the Lord, power, I have lifted up my hand, surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches, and yield fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. Let's get another one, because that's dealing with taking back the land. Is it 14? No, it's Isaiah 14. Salakia. Isaiah 14, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Jacob then got turned into Israel, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and their strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Who is these strangers? It's the Israelite foreigners. And the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. We know who our oppressors are. It's Esau, Edom, and these other nations. They have oppressed us. They have taken up crafty counsel against us. Hold on, let's get that real quick. Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Psalms 83, and I'm going to start at 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against them thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off and ban a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more found in remembrance. And look, today you call yourself African American, Black American, Black. You call yourself Latino, Spanish, Hispanic. You call yourself a Native American, Native Indians, and all of this. These are bywords. These are bywords that the heathen has put on you. Deuteronomy 28 and 40-something 40-something verse. These are bywords that the heathen has put on us. So they have cut us off from being a nation, that the name of Israel shall be no more in remembrance. So you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you don't really know where you're from. You think, because you think you're from the Americas. A lot of us was, because a lot of us was our Gadites, but you came here on ships. You came to the Americas on ships around, 700 AD or 700 BC. Salakia, forgive me. And you so-called blacks, or you so-called Negroes, came over here in the starting around the 1300s. Start to come over to the Americas. So you've been in captivity coming here on ships throughout generations and generations. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Psalms 83 and 6. The tabernacles of Edoms, you so-called white people. The Ishmaelites, you so-called Arabs. You Moabites, and the Hagarenes, you Chinese and Africans. Gabal and Ammon, more Japanese. Amalek, Amalek. That's you Ish, small hatters, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. That's you Africans and you so-called small hats. Ashur also joined them, Syrians, and they Hoplan, the children of Lot, Salah, and do unto them as the Midianites, as the Sisera, as to Jabin, as the brook of Kison. So these are our enemies that have taken a tumble against us and had us cut off from being a nation. But it's all through the Lord for our punishment for backsliding against the Lord. Verse 3, and this is Isaiah 14, and I'm going to read 2 again. And the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and to the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass, verse 3, in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou hast made to serve. And thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest, and it is quiet. They break forth into singing. Let me jump down here. Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, Salakia, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Now, how art thou fallen from heaven? And that's Esau, Edom, coming out of rulership. Heaven is likened to rulership on the earth. So, and Lucifer just means illuminated ones. It don't mean that the devil was kicked out of earth or kicked out of heaven. That makes no sense. Lucifer just means illuminated ones. It's the 1%. It's the ones that know it all. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, and that's the Israelites. And I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north, and I will ascend above the clouds, or I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. So this Esau. That's why the Lord gonna bring him down, and he shall be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit, that they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, it is the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake kingdoms. And Esau, that's why the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Esau did this, ran around the earth and made all these nations tremble. After World War One, or basically World War II, that's when the decline started to happen for Esau's world. It started to go down, and now you got countries out here, i.e. China, Russia. All of these countries are banding up and saying, the hell with the U.S. dollar, the hell with the U.S. We're not dealing with that anymore. We're going to do our own thing. We're going to build these islands off here. We're going to take over countries when we want to, and nobody's stopping these other countries. And America's been that country to stop all of these countries from doing this. They used to fear America, but now they don't fear America. They just letting things happen no matter what. Man, I got to start parking under this tree with these acorns. Putting dents all in the top, probably. But yeah, let's go to Isaiah, because it's all about you Israelites. Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are a drop of a bucket, are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the size of a very little thing. So the nations are just a drop of a bucket compared to you Israelites. And you Israelites going to all be saved in the kingdom of heaven. I think it's, what is it, 33? Or is it, Salaka, give me a second. Is it 12? Hold on. I think it's around, okay, Romans 11. I think this is what I'm looking for. Behold, therefore, the goodness and the severity of the Most High unto them that fell. Severity unto, but towards thee goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou shalt be cut off. And they also, if they abide not still in the belief, shall be grafted in, for the Most High is able to graft them in again. For if thou were cut off from the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these, which be natural branches, be grafted into their own olive tree? For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits. That blindness in a part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. And so all Israel shall be saved. Yeah, this was all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. So all Israel will be saved eventually. For this is my covenant to them when I shall take away their sins. Let's get one more because I'm on break and I gotta go. Hebrews 8. Hebrews 8 and I'm gonna start at 9. I'm gonna start at 8. Hebrews 8 and 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I would make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. That's you Israelites, all 12 tribes. Not according to the covenant I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them up out of the land of Egypt, because thou hast continued not in my covenant, but I regarded them not, said the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful unto the unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. So let me finish. And that he saith a new covenant he made the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxes old is ready to vanish away. So the Lord gonna put that the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, and we're not gonna go off anymore. We're going to be able to sustain and be in the kingdom with the Lord at the end of the day. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope it was edified. On to the next video. Lord willing, I'll see you on the next video. Shalom.